Okay, buddy. Welcome to Gru, and thank you so much for taking time out of your night and coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course, of course. I'm looking forward to chatting and asking you questions.
Really, definitely, it's the best Thursday I can ask for. So
Nice. So, but the first I want to ask you, typical question right off the bat is like, is what drew you to want to act? Like, when did your passion start for it?
yeah, so actually, I'm one of the few that's born and raised in LA. Lots of people move here, come here just for this. I was thankful to be born in LA. So although I didn't come from any performing arts background, I did go to a music academy high school. And
Nice,
so,
nice.
yeah, I went there to actually play classical guitar.
Oh, wow.
And when I was there, I discovered the theater program there. And then it was just sort of paved the way into my love and my passion for acting. And so at that theater program, I did musicals, plays. It was just my first jump start into this theater stage acting. And then after that, I went up to university, pursued it a bit longer in the theater department. And it's really just my love for humans and how we work, how we operate, our psychology. It just intrigues me, so much. And just studying the craft at that caliber of a level with other people is just really fulfilling for me. So that's what drew me to it.
Oh my god, wow. That's really cool, I love that.
Yeah.
So, did you ever play in any bands or anything? Like you said you learned how to play guitar.
Yeah, no, totally. I was actually in like the punk rock scene here in
Oh,
LA.
wow.
Yeah. So I've played I used to be in a band and we've played at venues. We've played Whiskey Go Go, Viper
Oh my
Room,
god, so famous, yeah.
yeah, the Mint. So definitely played around some venues in LA and eventually I left the band, I left the band, but they're doing good. They're doing good now. So yeah,
Okay.
I was in that punk rock sort of scene for a bit. Yeah. I had like hair up to here,
Oh
so
my god, I love it. Hey, if you're gonna play any show, Whiskey at a go-go is like the most famous place to play.
no, definitely we got quite lucky because our drummer had some connections and we even like played with Blink one time and it was just yeah
Oh my
it went well but couldn't make a living from it as good as the
god.
other guys did so here we are.
Okay, okay. Well, well, hey, you had two big things, music and acting, right?
Yeah, the hardest careers I chose correctly.
Exactly, you did. So, so what was like the first role you had when you crossed over into film and television?
Oh yeah. The first role that I ever had, it I did some lot when I was first starting out in TV film. I first started with some student film projects
Okay.
um at local universities like AFI, USC. So I did some student film projects where you learn a lot because you no matter how many acting studios you're in, I think being on a set is we're like, okay, I get to practice my craft from the studio on set, and this is where we get to apply everything and learn everything. And so yeah, I did quite a few of those student film projects and then which eventually led me to my first sort of A-list type project where I just had a featured role on Obi Wan Kenobi. So it sort of just organically just led into that. Just yeah, that's sort of I think how it happened.
So how was that like being on set for such a huge show like that? Obi-Wan, like I mean that's part of a really big universe.
No, it was well, if you watch it now, I'm like, if you blink, then you'll miss me. But yeah, I was in it for a very small, just extremely small bit. But no, it was very just fulfilling and just like working with Ewan McGregor, Hayden Christensen, seeing Deborah Chow, being working with just high caliber filmmakers is just such a wonderful experience because everyone's just so passionate, everyone's giving it their all, and I was just in awe the whole time. I was like, oh my gosh, I want to take a photo, but I can't. That matter of fact, they wrapped my phone so I couldn't take any photos. So yeah, so
Yeah,
yeah, it was just crazy. Yeah, I was just in awe the whole time.
yeah, that's what they usually do on set, right? Like when you go on set, they grab your phone and either put it away or wrap it up with something so you can't take photos or record anything on set.
Totally. I feel like they don't do that to Ewan McGregor. but,
Well, no,
but
no,
yeah, but for for co-star type roles or yeah, I guess they don't trust us. Yeah.
right, yeah. They have to have a little more trust. Now,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But yeah.
and, so you were part of a film called Bit Bit Bitcoin Baby, and you. So how can you tell us a little bit about that role?
Yeah, no, that project was really, really fun because LA is such a big place, but such a small place at the same time. I believe his name is Shane, the lead in that film. I actually bumped into him at a somewhere else in LA after I shot that film. Point being, that experience was really nice because indie projects, I think, give lots of creativity to actors
Yeah,
and sort of could make lots of creative choices that maybe some other projects that we can't. And directors on indie type projects, I think, work more closely with actors maybe. And so that shooting that film was that sort of experience, working really close with the director, trying to get his vision of the story while letting us express our creative selves. And yeah, that was quite a fun project. I had a bit in there where I'm the son for the lead mom in it, and my main moment in that project was sort of when I need to flee and get out the house because things are just going down, money's being laundered, guns are being drawn, and I was sort of that innocent, sort of the only innocence in that whole just corrupt environment. And so she's shoving money in my face saying, here's passports, here's this, go leave the country. So that was sort of my bid in that. But yeah, it was just a really fun experience shooting like an indie type film like that. Yeah.
oh wow, nice. Hey, the movie had a lot of action, right? The violence, gunfights, and all that stuff, money, and
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think it also won some awards at festivals as well. So it went
oh,
off to
that's
do
awesome.
pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, considering as an indie project, it did pretty well.
Yeah. Ah, sweet, nice. And what about like I see you're playing one of the leads, like you're in Affinity Under Darkness,
Yes.
and it looks like you're playing one of the leads for that, right?
Yes. I play the lead character of Skylar. He's a vampire in this show. Um, it's a bit it was shot kind of like a soap, sort of a bit
Oh,
over the top,
nice.
kind of exaggerated. It was sort of a bit thematic to Twilight. It had Twilight vibes in it. That experience was really fun. Just playing sci-fi type roles like that are always really fun, and I had such a great experience on that set. But yeah, we shot that quite recently, and it should be coming out in the next coming weeks, I think. So yeah, that was a really fun experience to just play a vampire. We shot quite long days on that set, and I got the script relative recently to the shoot date. So my point being, I didn't have much sleep, so I pretty much looked like a vampire when I showed up to set. I they didn't have to do much hair and makeup. I was good to go.
did you did you have like the pale look on your face and the bags under your eyes?
Oh yeah, I had the double bags up here and down here. I had double bags going. Yeah.
That m- must be fun though, playing a creature of the night.
Yeah, no, it was really really fun, and I worked with such high level actors on that project as well, and it's always interesting to shoot kind of like a soapy type of project because
Hmm.
it's so over the top that you don't know how over you're going, because
Yeah.
it's meant to be, it's shot like that specifically. That's what they were going for. So it's got lots of comedic elements in it. Matter of fact, there's a scene where I switch bodies with the girl, and so Skyler, the vampire I played, is now there's now a girl in his body, and so I had to act and play a girl in Skyler's body, and that was very very
Oh
interesting.
my
And
god.
yeah,
Oh, that's awesome. And you were saying before we came on here, that you actually are part of of a film with a legendary actor, Eric Roberts. Like, how did that all come about?
yeah. I can't talk too much about it yet, but I will say that just working with like an actor of that caliber is just it's just an honor, and it's a pleasure, and that project, I had a very interesting audition process for that project actually. I think I originally auditioned for a just a featured role, and then
Okay.
once I did my audition for that, I got a message saying, "Hey, could you actually read for a character?" And I was like, "Oh, this is nice." So I read for that character, sent that in, and then they sent another message saying, "Hey, could you actually read for this character, which has way bit more lines in it?" I'm like, "Oh, this is gladly. I will gladly read for this character." And so I read for that character, had the callback, and it's a very serious type military type character. I can't talk too much about it, but it's a military type character, so I had to be very serious. And yeah, I definitely made some choices in the in person callback. I might have scared the people in the room a bit, but yeah, I guess it worked out, and so yeah, that was just a real pleasure, and I can't wait for that to come out.
No, hey, it doesn't matter if you scared them or not, like because you got the role. So they probably wanted to see someone that was like horrifying or scary.
Yeah, you know what? I think when I was in the room, there was a knife in my scene, and I do not know why. Maybe I watched a horror film the night before, but I decided to grab a pen off the table and just use that as a knife, and I just charged towards the casting directors in the room. And I was like, "Oh, okay, I'm either definitely fired or definitely fired." So I'm like, I was not supposed to do that, but I was just lost. I was so into it, but yeah, I guess it worked out.
It worked out great. That would have been so funny if one of the casting directors screamed and ran out of the room.
Oh, I think they nearly did. I think they nearly did when I was charging at them with it, or my scene partner who was reading for me in it. So,
they
yeah,
were they were, they were probably like, this guy gets it. Like he makes it feel real. We have to hire him.
uh, yeah, or he's just delusional and he's a lunatic. Let's call security and get him out.
Right? Exactly. and, and you also are part of a World War II film, and you told me it has over 1 million views. And how does that feel to be part of a a war film that so many people are watching.
Yeah, so that this Reveille is the name of the World War II
Mhm.
film, and that whole film experience was just a life-changing thing for me. It was just like any project that comes into my life, you know, you learn and you grow and you just keep growing and try to be the best you can be. But that whole experience was crazy because I originally auditioned for an American soldier in that film. I think 3 years, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and I auditioned for that American soldier, and they got back to me with the message saying, "Hey, do you speak German?" And yeah, I was like, I I don't think so. I don't think I can. I don't think I can. No, I was trying to think what actor chops I could pull, but I you know if I can't, then I can't. I don't want to diminish the level in any way. So I told them that I can't, and so a few months later, the project got made into a feature film, and
Okay.
it got funded quite well, quite well. It was backed very, very well. So they reached out to me saying, "Listen, we really liked what you did for that American Soldier tape. We're willing to get a dialect coach and just work with you to try to get you to be this German soldier." And I actually was like, I don't want to bring down the level of the project. I just can't speak fluent German. It's just someone in my family does, but a distant side of my family. But it's not something that I wanted or could do really.
Yeah.
So then they got back to me saying, okay, we have a part with a bit less, a bit less. And I was like, you know what? War movies are my favorite types of films. I'm like,
Oh,
I'm,
wow.
I'm gonna do it. So I said yes to it, and I worked with a dialect coach for 1 year, around a year, just going over my lines with them, making sure that because it's also a period piece, and they talked a bit different back then, because this film really honors accuracy both in uniforms, guns, accents, and it was very pinpoint accurate. So I've worked really close with Lars was his name. He was really really talented dialect coach gentleman in Germany, and then he also came to set when we were shooting, and then I would be like, okay, I can't say it, and then he would help me out with it. But yeah, that's it was a really really fun experience, and I think I also slept on a cot bed for this film because
Oh, wow.
I went you can say you went method on that one, but I think there was a shortage in beds or something, and I'm like, I don't, I'll just sleep on the cot bed. So I really felt what these soldiers were feeling. And yeah, that whole family was just we were just like a family. We lived in this incredible house and we shot this incredible movie. And now it looks like it's doing okay. So it was just a crazy experience. Yeah.
Wow. So like what's it like to bring yourself back to that era, like the era of World War II and the uniforms and battling battling the battles and everything. Like how did it feel to go back into time and like play a role like that?
No, it felt very actually fulfilling for me because period pieces are my favorite types of projects, and it just it it really did feel like we were on the battlefield. The actors were amazing. We all fed off of each other. We talked the night before about the scene, and
Mhm.
this film, all the characters in this film were real people. So production also reached out to families, and it just felt just so fulfilling for me to do a project like that. And I wanted to just make sure that I also pay tribute to it correctly, because they were really shooting with accuracy on this one. And this war, just like many other wars, unfortunately, it's usually kids fighting it.
Yeah.
um, Really young dudes who maybe have like a week's worth of training before, and then they're shipped off to the front. And that was, my character in this case. So I wanted to sort of play that. My character was also a bit cocky. He just thinks it's like all a big fun game. He's like, oh, look at this. We got guns. We got, he thinks it's a fun, Johann Talbert thought it was, a fun little game. But in reality, once if you watch that film and once that, once the moment happens where it's like, oh shoot, like this, we're in a war, like, someone just got shot in the head next to me, and like it really sinks in with the audience too, I think. So it was also difficult to play that because I really tried to portray that innocence in these kids that are fighting, and it's not something I think we really think about, because yeah, I think there's no winner in a war, so
Oh,
and that's something that I tried to portray.
wow. And when you're not filming, what do you like doing during your free time?
Yes, yes. Well, I'm still playing my guitar. I'm still playing my
Okay.
guitar.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still jamming out. And I'm also a really big tennis player.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah, yeah. I love playing tennis so much. Matter of fact, I might go on the ITF World Tennis Circuit next year. And
Really?
and yeah, I've been playing my whole life. I've been training my whole life. I had plans to go pro since I was a kid, and it's something that I always just want to do. So going back to your first question, I chose three career paths with
Yeah, you
zero
did.
likelihood of making it. But it's I just love I'm so passionate about yeah, tennis and everything that I'm doing. And I think you sort of want to do something that fulfills you because life's just too short. And what's the point if you're doing something that you don't want to be doing, right? So
You're absolutely right. Do you watch sport? Like, do you watch other sports too besides tennis?
it's crazy because I know like nothing about the world because I only watch tennis and like films and TV films and acting. So I know like absolutely nothing. Like so like there'll be like a new trend or something, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm sitting there just like I have no clue what these people are talking about because I don't pay attention to anything else other than the acting world, the TV film world. And yeah, but tennis is the only sport that I really watch. I know
Okay.
I really should check out some and soccer actually. I do watch, some soccer, a little bit of soccer as well. But yeah, I really should get into some more it should yeah.
Well, it doesn't seem like you have a lot of time. So with the time you do have when you're not doing films, like you want to do something fun, right? You want to watch the stuff you like watching, like films you like watching, sports you like to play and watch. So yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. If you're shooting a long day and you come home, it's hard to make it to the remote to turn it on. So you just want to sleep. I sort of wish I could make it to the remote. But I think I'm very lucky. I'm very fortunate for everything that I have. I think there's always someone out there that has it worse. So it's I'm very fortunate and lucky at the end of the day. So it's no complaints at all. But yeah, I think time is super important of
Oh, yeah.
how you use it, and how selective you are, who you spend your time with, what kind of influences you have, what environments you're in, and it's something that I definitely try to look after. Yeah.
Did you ever have those nights where you're coming home and you're crawling, but you can't make it to the bed and you pass out on the couch?
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Actually, okay. So this last 2 weeks, I've been shooting. We just started shooting the show, um,
Hmm.
Strike, and so there's like an album of me, and it's an album of me sleeping on sets. It's people, everyone contributes to the album, and it's just me and different views on. I think I've slept on a bed on of course on a bed, but I think the weirdest place I've slept on was we were shooting in this garden, and there was this like
Okay.
statue, and I was just leaning on the statue for a bit, but it was like a Greco-Roman statue with a shield, and I ended up just passed out on the shield. We were doing a night shoot. It was so I definitely have not made it before, and actually I think I even I've fallen asleep completely on sets, and I think woken up too. So it's so So yeah, definitely have not made it back home before, but it's all fun though. I love it. I love just being in that environment too. So I often look at what the filmmakers are doing, and then that
Yeah.
I sort of think with them after, and so it's all fun. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. And I'm a big horror fan, so I always love asking my guests this. Are there any horror films that you like to watch?
Yes. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I sort of am I love Jordan Peele's work.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah, I'm a big fan of his work. But I am a bit like horror films get me. They get me scared. They really get me scared. Not, I'm not jumping out my seat, but I'm one of the target market audience groups that will be scared when watching
Oh,
it. Yeah, I mean, Nope was amazing. I love Jordan Peele's work. And what's that film? Was it Us?
us. Yep.
Us. That has to be one of my top horror films. Also with let me try to remember the name. See, this is how I know I'm scared. I just try to get rid of it in my mind. I'm like, okay, I didn't see that. No more nightmares. What's this name? Was it no, not Parasite. I'm gonna have to check, but the acting in horror films is always amazing. It just
Ah,
blows these actors do. Um, yeah, I'm gonna have to look. Oh, shoot, I forgot the name of the project, but it's one of the best horror films. Now I'm gonna look it up after this. What was the
okay.
yeah, I just get it out of my mind. As you can tell, I just get rid of it from my from my mind.
No, that was a really good film. Though I like that. And what kind of music do you like listening to? I mean, from being someone who was on the punk rock scene, do you like a lot of rock music, or is it a mix?
Yeah, I'm really into punk rock. Um, Actually, Metallica just had their tour here in LA, and I tried to go to that show, but I'm a fan of their work as well. But
Yeah.
yeah, sort of Papa Roach, Blink, that whole sort of Sum 41, right? That whole sort of
Ah,
OG
yeah.
punk rock type stuff. Some Green Day. I messed with some Green Day stuff as well. But yeah, that and then I like some classics as well. Rolling Stones. You got these iconic Queen, of course. These classic bands. Yeah, that maybe I'm a bit of an old man, but I love the rock classics. Or you can't go wrong with them. But yeah, in terms of the punk rock scene, Papa Roach has to be one of my top bands. Yeah.
Did you hear you mentioned Queen, like did you hear Queen with Adam Lambert yet?
No, no, actually, I did not. No.
Yeah, like they actually tour with him now. Like he's actually the singer for Queen.
Oh, yes, yes. No, no. I think yeah, that's great. Do you know if they're coming to LA? I
I don't know if they came or not because like they recent I live in Philly and they recently came here to Philly and the show is amazing. Like Adam Adam Lambert has that voice, like the high pitched voice and everything. Like it was really good.
Oh wow. Okay, I gotta book my flight to Philly. I gotta yeah, wow. No, I mean Queen, ABBA, best bands of all time, in my opinion. I'm about to get a bunch of there's many good bands out there, many good bands, but Queen's so talented. So yeah, God,
Definitely.
can't go wrong with
Definitely.
Queen.
And if you were gonna do a karaoke song, what do you think you would sing?
Okay, so my go to karaoke song. I'm gonna go with "My Way" from Sinatra.
Okay, it's a good song.
Yeah, just because my voice it's I've done just I'm always the backup singer. I'm never gonna be the lead singer because we don't want
All
any
right.
moves to break in the venue. So I'm always gonna be the backup singer. Let's get that straight. That's why I play music and say words on scripts, because I cannot sing. I don't sing them, I just say them. But yeah, it's got to be My Way by Sinatra. That's my go-to karaoke song. It's I think I have the same timbre in my voice, a bit similar to his. I'm not saying I sing like Sinatra. I'm just I got the only one that I could get close to. So yeah.
Wow, all right. And if you were out with friends and stuff, what would be your drink of choice?
Oh, okay, okay. Okay, I feel like my reaction was too happy there for the to hear that. uh, no, my go-to drink. If we're going with some sort of cocktail, I might go with a painkiller. I love a good painkiller. Um,
Nice.
yeah, just anything with rum, really.
All right. Okay.
I'm not just on the once in a blue moon, when you celebrate something good, if we go out, it's a bit strange because I don't go out really too much, I don't. When I was in college, actually, everyone was going out. I was flying every single week back and forth between, or commuting every single week back and forth between my school and LA to
Oh,
try to
okay.
get gigs down here. Yeah. Yeah, people called me crazy, and I think I was walking dogs, I was fixing motorcycle, I was doing whatever
Oh,
to get the bus tickets and plane tickets, and every single week I think I stacked my classes, and I'd fly back to LA because this is where I have to be to do gigs, get acting projects, do commercials, auditions. So I was flying back every single week because when I was in school, I don't know. I sat there and I thought, I was like, this doesn't last forever,
yeah,
and I'm like,
exactly.
it just doesn't last forever. And everyone around me was, looking forward to the Friday night or Taco Tuesday or whatever. They're looking forward to getting, the fish bowl or whatever. But I sort of just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah, the fish bowl is pretty good. I might put fish bowl on my list there.
There you go.
But yeah, I guess my point is I just I couldn't do it. When I go to bed, I think in my mind, I'm like, did I give it my all today? Did I try my best today to try to, just to even have peace of mind and fulfill yourself and try to get to where you want to be? I'm like, did I try my very best? And when I was in school up there, I'm like, I'm not giving it my very best. And so since that night, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna commute every week, and I'm just gonna do what I think I have to do, or that's only so much we could do, right? We could only try our very best. So I guess my point is, I didn't really go out. I don't really go out too much. Maybe to celebrate something with a drink of choice. With that's always nice. Crack the champagne. I love champagne as well, but
Okay, yeah,
it just never sat right with me. When I went out, I would just be thinking I could be using this time to try to just work on something and get to where we want to be, and I could go to sleep saying, okay, I gave it my all today.
definitely, definitely. And you are right. You said like this kind of gig doesn't last for forever. Like it, sometimes it comes and goes. Sometimes it lasts a while. But man, if you're sharing Dolly Parton, it lasts a long time, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'll be as lucky as her. Totally. But that's something I believe in very much. I feel like we take lots of things for granted. I think often we reflect when things aren't going good, and I like to reflect when things are going good. I'm like, okay, I'm in a healthy body. I have all these things, and I it would sit wrong if I didn't give it my all. Whether you believe in God or the universe or whatever your belief is, it's you've been given these gifts, and if you take them for granted, it doesn't give me peace of mind. I'm like, okay, I gotta really give it my all because I'm able to. There's some people out there sleeping in their cars, or there's people having divorce out there, and when we're given all these attributes that we could put into effect, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. But I don't think I'll go as long as Dolly. Yeah, I might, my fuse might blow out by then. But
Did you see? Well, yeah. You say you don't watch other sports. I was gonna say, did you see the Dallas Cowboys had on Thanksgiving Day they played, and Dolly Parton was the halftime show, and she was the singer for the halftime show, and she came out. She's 77 years old, dressed in a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader's outfit, and she looked absolutely amazing. And you would never think that for a 77-year-old woman.
whatever cocktail she's drinking, give it to me. Speaking of drinks and potions, I want to be in a cheerleader outfit at that age and be on the halftime show looking that good. So whatever she's doing, please let me know.
I
Yeah.
know, right? Like she yeah, like she was dressed in a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader outfit, and she has a brand new album out too, and she's going on tour, and Cher is another, like Cher's the same age as Dolly Parton, and she just dropped a new album, a Christmas album, and she's touring all over, and I'm like, my God, I said these they're both 77 years old and they're killing it.
Yeah, they're setting the bar quite high. They're setting the bar quite high. I mean, wow, that's hats off to them. That's incredible.
I know,
That's
right?
good. Wow. Well, good for them. They're, you know,
Yeah. See, hey, you never know. You might be able to play on tour with Dolly.
yeah, or maybe that's when I'll get my my debut right there when I'll be 76. And then the next day I fall off some stairs, you know. And then there goes I had to crack out a dark joke there. But no, that's crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, whatever they're drinking, if you talk to them, please get back to me. Yeah, that
Right, right, exactly. That's what I want to know too.
that-
And is there anything coming up for you that you want to plug or talk about? Anything you're allowed to talk about, of course.
Of course. So I just recently shot a project, and I believe they're gonna go with the final title of it called Injected. And it's a short film. My castmates were super talented. The other lead with me was Clayton Royale Johnson. He's in Stranger Things,
Oh,
and yeah, he's in Stranger Things, and it was an honor to act with him. It was such a fun time shooting that. Yeah, but that project was about the overdose problem and drugs and fentanyl and that whole environment. So it was also a sensitive topic because the character that I play in this film is sort of very party, the exact opposite of what I just talked about. Party, like let's do it, like there's no repercussions, like
yeah,
let's get it going, you know. He's like the guy at your front door, like knocking, hey, you know. I'm sort of like the person on your shoulder saying, like, do it, you know. So yeah, that is really fun shooting because it's like it is a big problem right now, and it's a topic that I think many Americans and many people around the world relate to. So I also approach that very delicately too, as to how I'm going to portray this character. How does he fit in the story? What's my character's purpose in the story? What message will the audience get from this? But yeah, working with him was a real honor and real fun, and that'll be coming out soon. I think there's going to be a screening for that in the next coming weeks. I'll definitely have that on my socials about that. But yeah, that was real fun project to shoot. And then also I got another project coming out, Man in the Guest House. And this project I shot a while back ago. I can't talk too much about it yet just because it's not out, but it'll be coming out this by this year, Man in the Guest House. And that was also a really fun project. I worked with John Wilosky. He is a big, huge director. He directed Richie Rich's Christmas. If you
yeah.
remember that film, yeah, it was an honor working with him. And I also play a menace in that too. Yeah, it's that should be coming up as well. And then I also got another show that should be coming up by the end of this month, I believe, or December. And yeah, the character I play in this show, his name is Max Worthington, and it's a drama show, and it's about how uh it's a drama. It's about a jewelry empire and family drama, and the character that I play has some problems. Um, yeah, he's got some issues, and I'm quite proud of this project. We've put a lot of time and effort into it, and I don't know what they're gonna go with the. I can't say yet the title of it, but I definitely will be talking about that quite soon. So that was really fun to play a drama with other amazing actors in that as well. So and that also I think was shot as a kind of a soapy style. I don't know. There's a bit lots of these soap projects right now. But yeah, I got those things lined up right now. But yeah, very lucky and unfortunate.
Wow. I see like a little pattern there. Like you play party animal, a menace, someone with issues. Like it seems like they're putting you in these like menacing roles.
But what's that expression? The egg doesn't fall far from the nest. I totally said that expression wrong. It's so you don't fall far from the nest or whatever. So
It's
I
something
promise
like that.
I'm not a
I
I promise
forgot what that
I'm
saying
not
is
psycho.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I promise I'm not a lunatic. But I think as actors, we don't judge our characters ever, and when you play sort of not a villain, but like an anti-hero or someone who is just looked upon differently, or villain, when if you play villain type roles like that as actors, we're not supposed to judge them, because
Yeah, of course.
who goes to say if that happened in your life, you would have went down maybe the same road if you didn't have proper guidance or whatnot. So that's something I also do when I play a cliche villain type role. I always approach it from a non-judgmental, neutral point of view, and you try to sympathize with this character and be like, oh, would I have done the same thing if I was in his shoes? He kind of comes from a messed up background, like
Yeah.
so that's something that I also do. But yeah, these coming projects are going to be real psychotic and wild. So
That's awesome.
and no, they're super fun to play. Wow, God, they're so fun to play because you could just go all out with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I have to say I do enjoy playing them because I love humans. I love the way we work, our psychology. I've been a people watcher. I've been observing people my whole life, and it's like, oh, I get to play a character with a very interesting past, and it's like, oh, like I get very excited about it. But but yeah, I'm looking forward to them coming out.
Oh, sweet. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing them. It sounds great.
Yes, no, definitely. I'm a bit of a I don't know how to use social media too much. Instagram is the only one that I have. Everyone's got everyone's got everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the one that I only have. And I could barely operate it. So, so it'll hopefully be on there.
Okay. Well, that was going to be my last question is where could fans follow you at?
Yeah. If you see me on the street, you could follow me into a Starbucks. But and no, they could. I got Instagram. It's just Kev and then my last name Czako Kevczako Kev Czako. If you just type in my name, it should pop up there, Kevin Czako. But yeah, if you want to just hear more and about my work and what I've been up to, what upcoming things and everything, that should all be on there to find me. Yeah.
And hey, if any fans do follow you in a coffee shop like Starbucks, at least get them to pay for it.
I was just thinking, did I just as soon as I said that, I'm like, did I regret saying that? Yeah, did I regret
Yeah,
saying that? But
yeah,
if you
yeah.
will follow me, then please get me a matcha. I think
There
that's
you
what.
go.
Yeah,
See, you have to make like a deal. Say you buy me a coffee and like a sandwich or cake, and I take a photo and sign an autograph.
Yeah, that's a good deal. But if I do that deal, I think I won't be cast anymore. I think I'm a I might grow in volume. So not let's get more matchas and less sandwiches.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Well, it was really nice meeting you, buddy. Thanks again for coming on the show and doing this.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Well, have a great night and great weekend coming up.
Yes, yes, you too. You too. I know you're 3 hours ahead of me, so yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm over on the in Los Angeles right now. So yes,
Oh, so it's still like day light out, right?
I know it is. It's daylight, and then I put on shorts, and then the sun will go down, and then you start freezing. That's the LA climate for you right there. You never know what to wear.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, so it's a bit deceptive. But yeah, the sun is out right now, shining bright, and then
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Well, thanks again, and have an amazing rest of the day.
You too. You too. Thank you so much. Keep in touch. Thank you. All right. Have
All
a good.
right, buddy.
All right. See you.